So I want to speak a little bit more on the indigenous movement here in the States among Black American people. Uh, Black people are now claiming their indigenous status, which they should, and they're also um, talking more and maybe even claiming the a particular Indian tribe that they say that is running through their veins now. Every last one of us, almost all of us, should I say, over 95% are admixed with various admixtures. Okay, we are admixed with our African ancestors that were brought here 200 and 300 years ago. European, Asiatic admixtures, European admixtures. Okay, we have a lot of admixtures. So but we didn't all come here during that time, starting in 1619. A lot of us were already here. All right. So we went through an ethnogenesis where even though we heard our grandparents and people love to mention grandma, and other family members who told us early on that we had Indian in the family, and a lot of times they named that Indian. So it went from one ear out the other, just like it did for me. And we got with the we all black, and the the black people's motherland is Africa. So we're all really African, okay? We got on that boat ride, and we just kind of forgot what we were told when we were little kids, our teenagers, if we were told anything at all. So a lot of us would have anchored ourselves to being indigenous a long time ago if we had a strong platform, a strong foundation in which to encourage us to embrace that. We did not. Okay, we were encouraged to embrace being just black and being of the African diaspora, whatever was going through our mind, and we only claimed ancestors that were African that we couldn't name, and we got on the Afrocentric bandwagon. A lot of us, not me, a lot of us walking around wearing dashikis, kente cloth, the different, jewelry and stuff like that, unks, which the unk is found here in America, in Mexico, and that unk there, those unks there are older than the ones in Egypt. But whatever, that's not what this video is about. Now, I think it's cool that we are claiming our indigenous status, whether we are actually claiming Indian or not. It's really cool because we had to find out the hard way that there was no so-called black unity. There was no so-called unity based off of color. And that's not even how the rest of the world, especially Africa, identifies. Okay, so we were misled by a lot of so-called Afrocentric scholars, the movie Roots, this government, and what they pushed on us. Jesse Jackson calling us African Americans, 1984, 1987. They did everything in their power to Africanize us, and the majority of us either just got with the program, or we embraced it fully. Now we're seeing it was all false. We were misled. This is our land, particularly southeast of the United States. They took our land, and in order for us to not even try to fight for it, they had to Africanize us, and they did a good job. So a lot of us are going back to what our grandparents and our people told us. Okay, like I said, if they told us at all. And then the ones who weren't told anything, they started doing their genealogy, and they found a lot of truth there. So hey, we're back on track with who we really are and where our allegiance should lie. All right. So my thing is, I claim indigenous. I'm claiming the land that my people lost through various means. I'm claiming that for my whole lineage. Okay. But I'm not gonna be going around talking about I'm Indian. No, I'm not. I do have the bloodlines. I have several bloodlines, Indian bloodlines, indigenous or whatever. Kushada, one of the Abapis, I can't remember. Seminole, the Choctaw for sure. I got, well, the family has pictures of our Choctaw great grandmother, Mama Henry. Somebody else said Cherokee. We're all mixed up with so many different things. But the African part of us was admixed hundreds of years ago. All right. So if you want to claim Indian status, go ahead. Cool. I'm not going to do that. You know why? Because I'm not willing to relearn the language. I'm not willing to go all the way through and become a tribal indigenous person. I'm not willing to do that. And so I submit to all of you who are claiming your Indian status, which there's nothing wrong with. But if you're going to do that, you need to relearn the language. You need to relearn the culture. And when I say language and culture, not according to those the Native Americans on the what's that called, reservations or wherever the hell they're at. Okay, we're not supposed to be copying them. We know what's up with them. A lot of them are $5. A lot of their chiefs got blonde hair and blue eyes and pale skin and whatever. That's their business. They let these people take over. They had side deals with these people to assume a lot of identities that weren't originally theirs, just to keep us from help them Europeans take our birthright. That's a whole nother story. Look it up. Okay, I'm not going to get into that. I'm talking to you people who are claiming you are American Indian. You need to relearn how your people used to dress and learn one of the languages. All right? You need to learn how to live like the people used to live. All right? I don't believe we ever really lived in huts. Maybe some of us, not huts, but teepees. Maybe some of us here and there, but we were not teepee people. So, good luck to your claims and to your new foundation that you wish to grow from and pass on to your children. But to me, it don't make no sense if you don't go out all the way. Now, I acknowledge the indigenous lineages that I can name. I can't name no African. And I know it's there. I can't name it. So what am I claiming for? I can't name it, but I can name the indigenous. All right. I will claim them. I put indigenous or just American, indigenous American on my paperwork. But I'm not trying to be no tribal Indian. I may never relearn the Choctaw language that my great-great-grandmother spoke, and the people on my mama's side, heavy Indian. It's heavy Indian on my dad's side too. But the records on my mom's side goes back to the 1700s. But I'm gonna stick with being an urban indigenous person. I'm gonna stick with FBA for delineation purposes. We have to know who our people are, distinct from these other melanated people who are not our people. Okay, and that's where we need to operate, and that's what I'm interested now. I'm interested in people who have that FBA lineage delineation mindset, whether you are more into African, being African, your African ancestry, or indigenous, or what. But really it makes more sense. Well, not necessarily, as long as you understand that the ethnogenesis that you went through, since you believe you came off both from Africa, the ethnogenesis that you have and your lineage and bloodline has been through for the past 400 years have set you apart from those people in Africa today. And plus, the African tribes that you got running through your veins are several. You don't know what spot. I don't know what spots my ancestors that were African, where they came from Africa. It's Minnesota, and it doesn't even matter at this time. It's just there, like that European ancestry that I have. It's just there. I'm indigenous to this land. I claim the American, Black American. You got so many damn names. Just be American first, okay? Just be American. And all you all who are into the delineation and to grouping up with your people to benefit us and for us and by us only, that's FBA. So to roll with me, or in order for me to seriously roll with you, you have to have the FBA mindset, okay? Whether you say you are Indian or not. Hey now, how you doing? I'm good. All right, so that's one of my neighbors. So I just wanted to say that. Like I said, I respect everybody's walk in life, and the realization are coming back into the fold of who you originally are. I respect that. But if you don't have that FBA mindset, it's only so far to some extent that me and you are going to be able to relate. So I just wanted to say that to my peoples. I love you. I share in the pain of our struggle. Your struggle is mine. Some stupid people, well, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to go there. This is a positive video. So if you want to know that what it takes to be a foundational, quote unquote, Black American, I know the word black is kind of whatever. That's what we are using. It's not really correct, but we're using that right now. In order to be considered one of us, you have to be able to trace your lineage back to antebellum times, which means before the war. In this case, the Civil War, 1861. You have to be able to trace your lineage on this land to 1861 through at least one of your parents. Okay, so that's how it works. But me personally, I would say around maybe the 1900s or 1920s, because if you came here at that time, your bloodline experienced Jim Crow, racism of various kinds, lynching, probably sharecropping, maybe. You ended up there. You lost a lot, just like the rest of us, when they destroyed our cities and towns and economic districts, destroyed our banks. That affected you too. So I would say at least you can trace your lineage here to at least 1920. You're one of us because you shared in the majority of what has happened to us in the past. Or a lot of it, should I say, or enough of it. How you doing?
Yeah, how you doing, man?
That has happened to us in the past 400 years. So again, I'm gonna end this video. Thank you all for listening. Please like and share and subscribe to the channel. Peace out.